Hey there, Aquarius! Welcome or welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel and the Lucky Stars community. Cat Star here with your general reading for the week of April 3rd through April 9th. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't. For those of you liking and sharing the videos, thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also want to give a huge shout out to all of the new and returning viewers and subscribers. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. All right, so before we get into the video, just a few quick things. I do want to let you know that I am trying a little bit different lighting right now, so potentially for the week, potentially just for the first couple of videos, we're going to see how it goes. So if things look a little bit different, maybe not as bright or maybe not as shadowy, I'm not really sure yet. That is why. Also, this video is going out. Of course, there's going to be lots of videos coming out this week, but this video is going out the April 3rd through 9th, the 9th being Sunday, which is also here, or in the US anyway, Easter. So for those of you that celebrate Easter, I just want to say happy Easter, or happy Easter, right? Okay, let's go ahead and jump in and see what is happening, going on, coming in for you this week, Aquarius, in general. So I have been using, these are the number cards. I have been using these pretty often as I am really enjoying them. I'm also intrigued by the messages that come through and kind of how profound the messages have been as a tarot or oracle reader, whatever you want to call me. Ooh, look at, we got two. Whatever you want to call me, or whatever I call myself, a card slinger, if you will. In the beginning, right, practicing and learning and all that kind of stuff, tend to pull cards every single day, and sometimes I still do, sometimes other readers do still do that as well, or what have you. But for myself, as time has passed, I haven't found the need to do that, more so when I'm looking for some guidance or some support, that kind of thing, than I do. But as of late, with these ones, I have been pulling. I found myself kind of back in that energy, in that stage, almost that going back to basics energy, or back to the beginning kind of energy of pulling one of these cards every day, as I have felt. I just feel called to them, for starters, but also they give a lot of, they tend to be on point, and I really do enjoy that. Not that the others aren't, of course they are, but I'm kind of just feeling called to these ones. I have been, so these ones will probably be showing up in quite a few readings, and they may just for the future going forward. Okay, now also I did cut my nails, and I do have the nail polish off. My nails do not look amazing, but this is what they look like, stained and all. I cut them without nail polish, after I have worn nail polish for the better part of a year and a half to 2 years, pretty much solid. Of course, there's a few days here and there where I don't wear nail polish, but these are my actual real nails. So when you do see them, it painted and beautiful and long, or whatever, short and whatever, they are my real nails. So I have decided to take the nail polish off and leave it off. I know that I do that from time to time. I may be thinking a little bit longer, because even here, obviously this is off to the point, or off to the side, but that beautiful silvery mirrory kind of nail polish, which I have used for years and years, this time I wasn't able, or I haven't been able to at this point, get it all off. There is still some, and I was really working. I even actually caused a little injury to my nail to get it off. So I think it's time to leave it off for a bit. Just a little side note. So if you guys see the ugly nails, that is why. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and jump in. Aquarius, enough of the chit chat. Let's jump in here. Okay, your number here is 222 for this week, Aquarius. That could be, obviously 22 is a number. Twos are a number that come through for Aquarius quite a bit. We have lots of videos. I have lots of videos on the channel with regards to the number 2022 for Aquarius. But this says, trust that the seeds of your thoughts, oh my gosh, trust that the seeds of your thoughts are growing as you are nourishing them with words, feelings, and actions. I am balanced. So Aquarius, this is a balancing week. Again, that energy kind of with these cards of going back to basics. So for some of you, this is going to be a week of going back to basics. I myself actually have found that I have been going back to basics. So I love that, because again, trust that the seeds of your thoughts are growing, right? So if you watched kind of the readings in January, at the beginning of the year, I had started reading a book a week. Then, like the third week in January, the first week in February, I got very sick and I was down for, oh my gosh, several weeks. I still did some of the videos, or a majority of videos, but I think if you went back to some of those videos, you could tell that I was down. So I was down for about 3 weeks or more, and in that time frame, I totally, really, except for working hard and attempting to keep up on the videos and on the channel, I did not do anything else, not another damn thing. I didn't get out of bed. I, of course, did take for school and pick up for school and stuff like that. But anything that I absolutely did not have to do, I'm pretty sure I probably didn't shower a week at a time. Not, it wasn't that bad, but you know what I'm saying. As I was down, and so I did not keep up with that reading a book a week. I did start it again off and on, but now I'm back on track. Okay, as of this week, I kind of switched it up a little bit. So if you've been kind of doing that or following that or what have you, I know I haven't spoken about it for a minute, but I am back on track. I'm doing it a little different this time though, because in the beginning, the first 3 or 4 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks anyway, I was reading 2 or 3 books a week. I was just going very fast and reading a whole lot. Of course, taking notes, of course, using the information that I was learning, if it was like self-help or personal development kind of stuff, which tends to be my area that I go to as far as reading books go, then I was, keeping notes and quotes and information valid and stuff. And I always keep that. And I have kind of a running thing that I can go to if I ever feel the need or down or kind of confused or that sort of thing. So that may be something, but I have decided to have the 4 books for each week, one for a week, out ahead of time. So I've already picked those for April. So back to that. Let's go back to this though, Aquarius. So some of you have some red flags coming up, and that potentially could just be the red flags of not following through. It could just be, it doesn't mean that there's going to be some big grand kind of something that's going to fall apart or a tower moment. We are going to get a few tarot cards here, but it doesn't mean that. It could just be like we were just discussing, which is super interesting, the not following through. Like, we can say that we want this or we love that or why doesn't this happen, but if we're not taking movements towards that, those are red flags for ourselves to look at or to understand or decide why it is that we're not doing that. Okay, so that is something for you to pay attention to, Aquarius. Okay, remember that 222. Also, whenever you see 22, 222, that kind of numbers in that range for this week, Aquarius, and twos are beneficial and big numbers for you anyway. 22, Aquarius, as we've talked about already. Then notice what you're thinking about, what you're doing, where you're putting your focus, where your attention's at, and notice if that is a red flag. If that is in fact what you're saying, that you want one thing, but your thoughts and your dialogues and that sort of thing are actually going towards the opposite. That is also a red flag. So be on the lookout, because this week, trust that the seeds of your thoughts are growing as you are nourishing with words, feelings, and actions. Those seeds don't always have to be positive seeds. They may not be towards what you want. If, in fact, you have those red flags of paying more attention to what you don't want, that is still what is coming through. So whenever you see the number 222 this week, Aquarius, or angel numbers or numbers, synchronistic numbers in general, it doesn't even have to be that. Notice where your thoughts are. Are they sending out those red flags? Are they where you want them to be, towards what you do want, what you're calling in, what you're saying that you do want, or the other side? Okay, because also with that 222, Lady Luck is shining on you now. Yes, because you plant the seeds with your thoughts, with your actions. But not only that, your thoughts become your emotions become your behaviors and your actions, right? That's how this is coming through. If that's not the way, yeah, it is. Okay, you have a thought, and then you have an emotion regarding that thought. Sometimes those thoughts are not conscious thoughts, they're subconscious thoughts or conscious, unconscious thoughts, whatever resonates for you as far as those words go, unconscious or subconscious. I've not always been a fan of the word unconscious. I feel like, yeah. But if that resonates for you, that is the word for you within this. Okay, you've got 2 cards here. But whatever is going on underneath, right? You have a Lady Luck shining on you. So you have that thought, whether that's conscious or unconscious or subconscious, and then there's an emotion. That emotion lets you know where your thought kind of went or what it is you're thinking, because it lets you know how you're feeling, right? And then you have actions and or behaviors based on that. Okay, so let know that Lady Luck is shining on you. There are those red flags to keep looking for, because your thoughts are the seeds that are being planted during this time. And then you also have a to-do list. What do you need to do? Do it. Yes, exactly. Okay. Exactly. Just talking about that as well, with kind of getting back to basics. Get back to basics. If you feel like you're not getting things accomplished, you're not getting things done, decide what it is that you need to do. I cannot tell you already today, Aquarius, how many lists I have created, how much I have kind of gone through and reprioritized, right? That we're in the second quarter now, reprioritize the actions, the steps, the things that I'm doing, how I'm spending my time, my focus, what I'm paying attention to, so that I can do what is best for me, getting back to basics, doing the things that are going to benefit me the most. Okay, so that is something that you need to be doing as well. Now let's see what the other one, individuality. You are standing out. Yes, of course. So, yes, Aquarius, make sure that you are standing out. Individuality is going to be important for you this week. Again, going back to I am balanced. When you are a follower, a little harsh, but and not doing your own thing, then you get out of balance, out of alignment. So really, really making sure that you are tuning into your individuality. How is it that you can stand out in whatever it is that you're doing in your, normal life? If you're looking for a new kind of romantic partner, and it seems like you're just in a sea of other people, or everybody else is in a sea, maybe it's you looking for somebody who stands out. But also make sure that you are being your own self, being individual and doing your own thing, not being a follower, but leading, being the leader, of course, in your own life. And doing that is going to keep you closer to alignment. Of course, other things, your to-do list, making sure your thoughts, knowing that Lady Luck is shining on you this week. It's an auspicious week, an auspicious time for you here, Aquarius, but keeping you balanced. Okay, that is going to assist you in that. Let's go ahead and get a tarot card here. I don't think that we need much more information, but let's see what might need to come out. Good Lord, do you see that? That is that energy of not being in balance. That is that energy with these cards coming through here, this tarot deck, of the red flag. So Aquarius, you really need to stay on top of that. Make sure that you are doing the things that need to be done. Make sure that you are focusing on that luck that is shining down on you, because it in fact is. And make sure that you are really staying into that space, into that energy of being the individual that you are, allowing yourself to stand out, to shine brightly like the star that you are. Okay, notice that the words, the things that you are kind of saying, your words, your feelings, your actions, they all work together. Okay, gorgeous. Now you also have the Hierophant here. So that Hierophant, this one actually says, I choose which traditions I embrace and how I do it. Now listen, this is what's coming through here, Aquarius. Sometimes we get so caught up in the things that we feel like we know, or this energy of feeling like we already know it, or we know everything. Okay, that Hierophant energy is that energy of kind of the beliefs and the traditions, and kind of how things have almost always been. Okay, this week you're being asked, Aquarius, to kind of go against this. You see, you have this maybe energy with this Hierophant card, and you're being asked to maybe go against that idea, to maybe look at the opposite, because when we think that we know everything, then we're not a student, we're not learning. We tend to get very rigid, and Spirit is indicating for you this week, Aquarius, again, it's time to get back to basics. Notice, right, if you feel like you know everything already, with going back to that 222, those red flags, right, if you feel like you already know everything, if you're kind of in that know-it-all energy, Aquarius, it doesn't open up opportunities, it doesn't open up potentials, and it doesn't open up space for you to be a student or to be learning. It really kind of closes the gates on all of that. So make sure that you are kind of, looking at things with a curiosity, with kind of new eyes, with a beginner's mentality, instead of staying in that space of I know everything, or that tradition, or this is how it's always been done. Because when we can stay there, then we can create instances and scenarios where stuff gets hard and it doesn't, or where we struggle, and it doesn't have to be that way. Okay, remember, going back to that 222 energy, of course, that is going to be this energy. I'm going to read this card one more time. Trust that the seeds of your thoughts are growing as you are nourishing them with words, feelings, and actions. Okay, this is something for you to really pay attention to this week. I know I have already been doing it. If I, I have just boatloads of, look at, I'm just going to show you this right here. This isn't even all of them, but these are the pens that I have been using today with this. Let me get a few more here just to show you, because I am doing so much work. And when I am doing work, I don't know why I have the two golds out, but there's that. I tend to color code things to put them. Now, I'm not OCD, and this is not a methodical thing all the time, but at the beginning of a month, and especially at the beginning of a quarter, I do like to bullet point, and I do have specific colors and specific kind of categories. And so this is where I am at today. So that is potentially going to be something that you need to be doing, right? The to-do list, getting all that done, and also doing it your way, Aquarius. Do it your way. Be the individual that you are. Now, you also have teamwork coming in here, the Three of Pentacles. So, Aquarius, this is going back and kind of really putting that energy into confirmation, right? The learning, the studying, going back to basics. Okay, so that Three of Pentacles is coming through just to solidify that energy that has already come through with this reading, Aquarius, in case you didn't think that that was true for you. And, of course, everybody's an individual, right? We're all individual. Everything comes out different for us or works different for us. But the message is coming through for you as well. This is growing. This is commitment, really, standing out, doing the things that benefit you the most, not paying attention to things that aren't, but noticing and paying attention, focusing on understanding, seeing where your mind goes, whether it's beneficial or not. Aquarius, this is going to be a big, powerful week for you. There's going to be adjustments coming through for you. There is going to be this back to basics energy, because there is an up leveling that needs to come through. And many of you need to have these new learnings. You need to get out of that idea that everything only goes one way, or that this traditional way, or the way it's always been kind of energy. Get out of that rigid energy and move back into a flexible energy, because you have a lot that's coming through. And the seeds that you are planting, right, during this time, it's almost as if that spring or that April showers bring those May flowers. You are the you are the April showers during this time. Your words, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, all of that are exactly that, Aquarius. They are the April showers that are going to bring those May flowers, those flower seeds being planted, those flowers blooming. Be sure that you are on top of what is going to be showing up for you. Okay, I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button. It's right down there. Right, you're here anyway, might as well subscribe, and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings, which is fairly often. I always want to be getting insights, information out to you, Aquarius, and to the collective. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. Also, it is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Lucky Stars community. Okay, little backdraft there, as I realized I missed that. Some of you may be missing something, not seeing obvious things that's coming through as well here at the end, Aquarius. So do be sure that you are opening your eyes and noticing what is right in front of you. Okay? All right. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next reading.